Hey, what's up, guys? It's Squall Noctis here with another episode of Let's Talk, and this time we'll be talking about fighters. I've been playing fighting games ever since I was pretty much 2, and that's when I fell in love with them. And it started off with Street Fighter 2. How amazing is that? Anyways, I feel that fighting games are still a cult gaming after all this time because, well, let me go by personal experiences. A lot of my friends who don't really play fighters, they play games like Call of Duty, Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm, and Dragon Ball Z, and easier games for you to break into. And when it seems like it comes down to Marvel, and yes, I am talking about Marvel's Capcom 3, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, Tekken 6, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Blaze Blue, Guilty Gear, those arcade fighters. It seems like it's a lot harder for them to break into, because I don't know if it's because these games are 4-button or 6-button arcade games or what, or is it just too much for them to understand. But at the same time, I feel like not a lot of people who aren't used to fighters or didn't really grow up playing fighters don't really take the time to invest into them, because they just seem too hard for them. I mean, these companies, I will admit, these companies are making things, at least trying to make things easier for new challengers to break into fighters. And I'm gonna kind of like give you a little short list of games that that actually tries this. Street Fighter 4 gives you 2 different meters. You have an ultra meter, then you have a meter for your supers and your EXs. This makes the game a little bit easier, because now you don't have to worry about meter usage. Even though you still have to worry about it, you don't have to worry about having your bar full and trying to save it for ultra anymore. And games like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, they simplified the buttons for you to easily break into the game. And not only that, they tossed in X Factor, which really isn't a noob tool, to be exact, even though it can change things in an instant if you have level 3. But I can see some really cool ways to use X Factor, and I have seen it online. But anyways, Tekken 6, the combos feel a little bit more easier to pull off. And games like Blaze Blue, we have the right analog stick for those who don't know how to do specials or not used to QCLs, QCBs, ACF, ACB, DP motions, reverse DP motions, and things like that, 360 motions and stuff like that. It seems like they made it easier for you to use the special moves in Blaze Blue, so you won't be confused and mind blown about how to actually do this. Even though if you're having trouble with those motions, you shouldn't really be playing fighters or trying to break into them to begin with, because it actually shows you how to do the motion on the little picture. Okay, anyways, it seemed like they, and Soul Calibur 5, let me get into that, because Soul Calibur 5 is, I can't really say it's more fluent, but the timing is a little bit more let's see, unrestricted, can I say. It's not as strict as it normally be for 3D fighters when it comes down to juggling and things like that. And not only that, they gave you ultras and meter, which is kind of weird for a 3D fighting game for me. But it actually fits really well into the game, and it gives you something flashy to do, which is something Soul Calibur had to begin with. You just have meter now. And I feel like meter uses for fighting games adds that kind of strategic thing, because now you have to think about it. You can't just go out using ultras whenever you feel like it, or hypers whenever you feel like it. So I can't really say I'm against that. I actually like that part of the game. And then you have games like Street Fighter Cross Tekken with the basic chain, which is light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, or light kick, medium kick, heavy kick, heavy kick. And you can mix those buttons up anytime you want to. You can do light punch, medium kick, heavy punch, and they'll still do the cross rush. So it seems like they're trying to make games easier. And let me talk about Street Fighter Cross Tekken, because I love I love the gym system in this game. It is the most mind-boggling thing I've ever seen in fighters. So also they let you customize things a little bit more. So it's like they kind of toss in these things that make you go, wow, this is really cool for someone that doesn't really play fighters. Because I know my friend Jay, we play Marvel like all the time because that's the game that he loves. He loves Marvel, and he hasn't played a real arcade fighter. He knows about them, but he haven't really played them. And then when he played Marvel 3, he was like, "Oh my God, bro, we have to play this every day. I see you." And it's like freaking cool to see that, because it's like, wow, one of my friends who don't really play arcade fighters is actually into an arcade fighter and really enjoys it. I mean, yeah, sure, he can't really do some of the flashy combos that I may be doing on him, but he still enjoys it because, with Ryu Shinko Hadoken is like a freaking Kamehameha that's coming at you, and it's like Ryu is like Super Saiyan 3 Goku on the game. So it's like every time he uses, he's like, Shinko Hadoken! And it's really nerdy and really funny and stuff like that. But it's good to see, my friends breaking into fighters who really didn't like fighters. My friend Malik, when we played, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, he used Amaterasu, and he changed it to the blue sword, and he's like started rapping and singing and stuff like that. I just feel really, really good seeing that, and I would like to see that even more with fighting games. But I don't want to see fighting games become too easy, because like I said, I've been playing them for a long time, and I don't want to see a genre that I love, slowly die out like survival horror did. So when it comes down to fighters, please, please, please put tutorials in these games, because people want to break into fighters. People see fighters and they see all this really flashy, cool stuff, and they're like, yo, I want to play this. They play it, they can't do it, they get frustrated, they quit, because they don't know what they're doing. And because these games don't have tutorials in it, you're like, well, what did I do? What did I do? What do I do about this? I don't understand. So please put tutorials in these fighting games, and then kind of make like a different set of missions. Like make easy missions, intermediate missions, advanced missions. Like I feel like with the trials, like with Street Fighter Cross Tekken and Street Fighter and the missions of Marvel, it's really good, because it's like it kind of breaks you in slowly with the basics, and it's like, okay, here, do this intermediate move, this combo, and then it's like, do this advanced combo, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? I can't do links. Don't give me that, Street Fighter. I hate that. I hate links. I really do. I suck at them because I haven't played Street Fighter for a long time. But it doesn't mean that I hate them, even though I just hate the fact that I can't do them. But it doesn't slow me down in the game. I really don't care, because I will find a way to hit you, and once I hit you, I'm gonna hit you hard. I'm gonna make sure that I do some combos on you. You feel me? But yeah, put tutorials in these games, because like the other day I had to teach slowly teach my friend how to play Marvel, and then I led him through the tutorial Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and he was like, I can't believe they put a tutorial in a fighting game. This makes me feel like I'm not some retarded guy trying to play the game, mashing all the buttons, because now you guys are teaching me how to play the game. So when it comes down to fighting games, make more tutorials, break the game down for them. Because they don't understand these things. They don't understand ground bounces, wall bounces. They don't understand, extending combos and things like that. So break the game down for them from the top, from the basics to the intermediate, all the way down to the advanced things. And when it comes down to missions, give them different sets of missions. I'm sorry, like this easy to intermediate to advanced, sometimes they feel like they don't really fully understand the game yet before you break into the intermediate combos and the advanced combos. So give us like different menu screens, like have it like with the Street Fighter Cross Tekken screen, challenge, and then you have trials, and then up on the trials you have like 1 through 20. Instead of having 1 through 20, you have easy 1 through 20, intermediate 1 through 20, advanced 1 through 20. This way it's more into the game. You have now 60 trials to do, and you feel like you're learning through the game. it feels like you're actually learning something. So you're like, oh my god, this is really cool. I love this game because not only did it teach me how to play, it showed me how to do not only the beginner stuff, but the intermediate and then the advanced things. Even though it may take a lot of time to do these things, do them. I don't care how long it takes. I'm patiently waiting on Final Fantasy 13 Versus, and we all know how long that's been taking. So if it means that you guys will take more time into the game, by all means go ahead and do it. I will patiently wait for this because fighting games is what I love, and I may not be as good as I used to be at them. I still love them. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think, you know, there should be tutorials, and when it comes down to missions and trials, there should be easy 1 through 20, medium 1 through 20, advanced 1 through 20? You know, let me know what you guys think, because like I said, I do want to conversate with you guys more, even though I didn't say that on YouTube yet. But I said it in the group that we have, and I also will be putting that in the description so you guys can join Gamers Unleashed and we can have more conversations like this. This is Squall Noctis, and I am signing out.